What's up, everyone? Welcome to Million Dollar Seller. I'm excited you're here. I'm going to ask you to hit the follow button. Hit the follow button, baby. Welcome to Million Dollar Seller. I'm Samuel Gegen, your guide to mastering sales skills, building a wealthy mindset, and achieving financial freedom. With over a decade of sales expertise, I've generated $150 million in revenue and helped hundreds of other sellers become financially free and make six figures. I paid off $100,000 in debt and massively grew my net worth with my sales commissions, then left the corporate world in 2023 to coach others. In 2024, I scaled my coaching business by 400% and purchased a business in cash, growing it by over 40%. Sales skills are life skills. Hit that follow button, baby, and share this podcast with someone that needs it. Welcome to Million Dollar Seller. Now, let's sell more and become more. 2026 is around the corner and we're going to crush it. So I want to support you as much as I can. And listen, in the entrepreneur, creator, content space, alchemist, founders, whatever you want to call yourself, there is a big gap. There is a big gap with selling. Most people are scared out of their fucking minds to sell. And this last year, as I launched my program and worked with a ton of people in the sales space, I just constantly see it. We have these blocks around selling. And I say a lot on this podcast is selling is serving. And the first step you need to take is changing the dynamic with what sales is. Sales is solving a problem. And the best way to solve the problem is to offer someone a solution and then take their money. Because when you take their money, it is an energy exchange. They will get a better result. Now, you need to sell them something that's worth it, right? Like my coaching, my services, my programs, they're all worth the money because they provide a great transformation for the people I work with, right? So the higher the dollar amount, the bigger the transformation. Listen, free shit doesn't work. Low ticket doesn't work. Low ticket's kind of a good little trust building, give them a little value, right? Lower price. But ultimately, that's not going to be a huge transformation. You don't get a $37 workshop and transform your life, right? So the first step of selling is to understand that is an energetic exchange. Selling is solving a problem. It's serving, and you have to take money. You have to take the money because one, you're in business and you're providing a service. And number two, that's actually how you get people to show up and transform. Trust me. I mean, it goes back to my personal training days, man. I did free sessions. I mentioned this a few times. I've done free sessions. I've done paid sessions. The people that pay me, that paid for their personal training, got a ton of results. The people that did not pay, didn't show up, didn't participate, didn't do the work. Shocking, right? The people that are actually investing get the results. That's just how it works. So hit the follow button. I'm going to ask you, and if you really love it, leave a review. Go leave a 5-star review. Leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. $1 Million Seller's growing, and it's going to continue to grow because I'm a psycho, and I'm locked in. I'm anchored in, and tonight I'm going to teach you. There's no script. Usually I have bullet points, but this is going to be me teaching organically on how to sell confidently and how to sell authentically. Because one, I want to show you that I know my shit. Been in this space for 12 years. I know my shit. And two, I want to show you how beautiful and easy it can be. This can be so easy. Let me rephrase that. It can be simple, not necessarily easy. But I want you to tap into your authentic self. I want you to know also, not only have I sold millions and millions and millions of dollars, I've taught hundreds and hundreds of other people how to sell. So in my program and when I work with people, I take them through a 3-step process, and I call it the shift. I can't even think right now. Shift, launch, sell. Shift is shifting their identity. Launch is elevating their offer, launching it into the world, like fucking launching it. Whether you have an offer or don't, you always need to be launching it out there, and then sell, converting it into revenue, finding leads, all that stuff. So I've taught a lot of people how to do this shit. And when I teach you, not only will you feel like a different human, not only will you have a different identity, not only will you have a higher level of confidence, you will achieve a lot more. And these things that I teach are also really valuable in business. They're really valuable in life. No one can out negotiate me. And you learn these things: negotiation, influence, leadership, asking for things you want, going for it. Top salespeople, the best entrepreneurs are salespeople. They go for it. We're proactive. We don't wait for shit to happen. Okay. So right now, let's learn how to sell. I'm so excited. Welcome to this coaching session, selling confidently and authentically. Listen, the first two steps is really anchoring in, one, yourself, and two, what you're selling. So you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability of whatever it is, because you sell yourself first. People buy from people. When I was selling over the phone, me and my bestie, we would go head to head. I would kick her ass. Of course, she'll tell you a different story. We went back and forth. To be honest, her sales style was very different than mine. Mine was very energetic and very magnetic, very authentic. And I'm not saying hers wasn't, but hers was more analytical. Let me show you. But we both followed the steps. We both followed the sales psychology steps. But the first step is belief in yourself and belief in what you're selling. So you have to really anchor in. When I teach this in my program, I really have my clients, my students, whatever you want to call them, friends, amazing people, anchor in their own beliefs, anchor in their own value proposition. So for me, when I became a salesperson, I really wanted to anchor in as a number one seller, as a top producer, top performer. So I had to work on that identity shift myself. And then I wanted to anchor in the product I'm selling. You have to believe in the product. So there's a two-part anchoring there. There's a two-part identity shift, one in yourself and one in what you're selling. Own it, right? If you don't love your product, sell something else, create something else. Create something amazing that you're like, this is so good. Listen, my program is fucking the shit. It's amazing. It's helped a lot of people. I'm behind it. It's 12 years of my knowledge and 12 years of my expertise wrapped into one. I'm very proud of it. So I've anchored in that myself because I know it's transformational. I know it's impactful and it's impacted a lot of people, right? So that's the first step. Anchor in yourself, your abilities. Two, anchor in the product you're selling, okay? Sounds simple, but it can be challenging. It's something you have to really battle with and visit every day. You have to visit it to continue to elevate it, okay? So that's step one. Step two, when you are selling and you want to be authentic, you don't want to do the slimy shit. There's so many people out there teaching just like all these tactics. I'm not doing that. I'm going to teach you to sell in the best way possible that feels so good, okay? Ask great questions. Don't talk and ask questions. Your people will tell you how you can help them. Ask the best questions, dig into deepest, go into the next level. Ask the best questions to unlock a powerful, authentic, genuine conversation. It starts there. Do not go into a pitch. Do not go into, let me tell you about my stuff. Shut up and listen. That's a first step of the sales process. What I teach in my program too is I teach to ask the first generic type questions around the industry they're in, and then go deeper, go into the pain, peel back the onion layers. It's part of my framework. And you have to do that before you offer them anything. When you're making the offer, now you know what they're going through. You know their pain points. And the most important thing you can find out is, how is this problem that they have that you can solve, how is it affecting their life? Solve that gap, increase your chances of selling, right? Let me give you an example of this. Someone comes to me and they say, I need help with sales. I need more leads, okay? I'm like, okay, tell me about that. Tell me about that. It's such an easy question to ask. Once they ask a question, just, hey, tell me about that. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more, So then they say, I can't find the right buyers. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. So now I'm hearing that they're overwhelmed. They're searching for all their leads everywhere else. And then I say, okay, how's this affecting your business? Well, I'm on an income roller coaster. I can't travel. I can't do the things that I want to do. I'm working 17 hours a day and I'm not making any progress. Now I'm like, now that's the magic. Okay. See how I kept going and unraveled the magic of their pain point. So critical. Now, once I get this magical stuff that they're telling me, I'm just like sitting there listening. Okay, tell me more. Love it. Okay. A few things about this. When you're listening, they're like, oh my gosh, they're listening to me. They get me. This is nice. No one listens to me. No one listens to anyone these days. If you could just shut up and listen, that's going to increase your conversion rate right there too. Less talking, more listening. It's also building trust, right? So then now when you get to offering them something, hey, thank you for sharing. I'm so glad you're here. I'm thank you for sharing. I know that's a lot. You got a lot going on. You're overwhelmed. I can really help you. Let me show you how. Now you're solving the problem through offering. Okay. So now it's like, okay, let me show you this part of my process. This is going to help you get more leads, more qualified leads. We're going to qualify them as well. So when they get on the phone with you, they're hot to trot. They're like ready to buy. How do I do that? I'll show you inside my program, of course. We're going to qualify them. We're going to get them on the phone with you, and then we're going to sell them. I'm going to tell you the frameworks on how to sell them. We're going to walk them through this, okay? Then we're going to take your conversion rate, which sounds like you don't know what it is, but maybe it's 1 in 10 is what you're saying. So I'm just kind of like repeating some of the stuff they said back to me. This is obviously stuff I'm making up right now, but it would be something on a call that someone would tell me. So I'm going to take that 1 out of 10 to 2 or to 3 out of 10, right? So that means that's 2x to 3x more leads that are buying. Huge. That's going to increase your revenue by this. This is how we're going to do it. That's going to make you make, $10,000 a month more in your business, right? How cool is that? Now you can, now we can refine your time. We can optimize your time. You can work a little bit less because we've gotten some of these processes down. And oftentimes I see people spend a lot of the wrong time doing the wrong things or with the wrong people. So that's something else I help people with. But because, entrepreneurs, founders, creators, we spend a lot of time doing stupid shit. I'm telling you that right now. So spending time doing the right stuff, I call it the money moves, making the money moves, the money list stuff, can really change your world. So once you get them the offer and I'm like, how does that sound? They're like, it sounds great. I'm like, great. Let's get you going. Let's sign you up. Here's how we pay and move it forward. So when I say it like this, sounds simple, right? Sales does not have to be hard. The most important thing you need to do first is anchor in yourself, anchor in your product, and tell yourself that it's changing lives, and it is. And look back at your history. I have clients that have been doing this for a while. I have brand new ones that are just starting out, and they're like, I haven't sold anyone yet. I'm like, that's fine. Let's make a list of people you've impacted doing this stuff. They're like, oh, I got a lot of those because. They do. Maybe they haven't sold something, but they do it through their content and they get messages, or they do it through someone that they work with. I know I'm good at sales. I did it a lot more in my job because I did my job for 10 years than I did on my own. I use that as my cred because I've done it. It just wasn't for myself. So find the credit, the expertise that you've done doing this, and you can apply that to your own business. It doesn't have to be in your business. People get that kind of let that hold them back. But you've already proved yourself you can do it, even if you haven't helped anyone do it. Maybe it's a personal story. A lot of people do these things and these coaching programs or service, and they've got the transformation for themselves. That's one. You got one transformation. That's amazing. That's your leverage point. Now you sell that transformation to other people and you help others transform, right? But you already got the credit. So some other tips to sell confidently, authentically, is your tone and your certainty. When I tell someone my roadmap, when I tell them about my offer, when I tell them that what I can do for them, I'm not stuttering. I'm not saying, I'm saying this is what we'll do. This is what you need and this is what we'll do. They want you to hold their hand, walk them through this and push them off the cliff. People want to be led. Lead them. You're a leader. Sales is leadership. Sales is leadership. You're leading people to a decision, and then you have to ask them to buy. You get to ask them to buy. It's an important part of the process Here's the thing when you ask someone to buy. The worst case scenario, you get a no. Best case, you get a yes. When you get a maybe or I don't know, that's an opportunity to clarify, okay? But when someone says no, or if you ask for the business, you ask for the sale, you're going to get to the reason why. It's a confrontational moment. People get really uncomfortable doing it, but at least you'll know, okay? Why can't you do this today? Let's talk about that. And at this point in the conversation, you should have some type of trust built with them. You should have some rapport, some leverage, some connection. So it should be easier in theory. And then, listen, just be yourself. Like, be yourself. Have fun with it. Sales is fun. I'll make jokes. I'm a fun guy. I'm a fun guy. So don't be afraid to be yourself. Be yourself. I encourage it. People want authenticity. They want you to be your genuine self. You will attract the people that you like. You'll attract the clients. You'll attract the customers. Be yourself. Authenticity is the highest form, like the highest vibration, the highest form of vibration. Be authentic. We need more authentic people in this world. That's honestly how I've gotten a lot of my clients, just be myself. And they love it. So be yourself. I think that's it. I did that totally no notes. I winged it all. I didn't wing it. I've just done it so much. I will say this too. Practice. And practice with some friends. Practice with whoever you can. Join my program. I would love to help you. I'm going to link a mastermind link in the description. If you want to set up a call with me, I'm opening spots for founders that want to level up, that want to take their business up, that want to learn how to sell. But more importantly, I want you to know it's not about sales. This is a fucking transformation. I transform people's lives, and I will do the same with you. I have a lot of knowledge, not just in sales. I have a lot of knowledge in leadership. I have a lot of knowledge in neuroscience. I have a lot of knowledge in identity shifts. I have a lot of knowledge that people love working with me because they get way more. I'm not just a sales coach. It's not just like, okay, here's where we're going. Like, no, we're going to transform. We're going to bring you from level 1.0 to level 2.0. That's what we do. And then the byproduct is you build a profitable business. The byproduct is you make more money. The byproduct is you're working more efficiently. So you're actually working less, but making more. You're not burning out. You're feeling aligned. That's the best. When you're so aligned, right? Let's get you aligned. Also in my program, I help people clarify the message. I help them clarify the offer. I help them find leads. I help them sell leads. Like, there's so much that goes into it. So I would love to help you out. Just book a call. I'm going to link my mastermind sales page in this description. So if you want to book a call, book one with me. I'd love to chat and see how I could help you. 2026 is around the corner, but baby, it starts now. So listen, I'm going to end with this. Whatever negative beliefs you have around sales, start reframing them. Write down all the negative ones and reframe them into positive ones. No sales, no business, baby. Selling is serving. People need you. We need your service. We want your vision. Let's build a vision. That's a non-negotiable in my program. You have to have a vision. Come in with your vision and let's fucking tear it up. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you found a lot of value in this. Keep coming back for more, and baby, let's build. It's a path, it's a journey, it's tough, but it's fun and it's rewarding. And listen, at the end of our lives, you could be one of two people. You could be the person that wished they went for it, or you could be the person that went for it. And I'll tell you, if you think about it like that, you're going to be the one that goes for it. So let's go for it together.